Come here a second. No, really, seriously, come here a second. Magic users, are you really tired of being called inadequate just because you can't wield a sword like Gandalf the Grey did in the Hobbit movies? That's Hollywood, man. This is Dungeons & Dragons. These rules were written for mechanics. Now, just so you know, these 5 little spells I'm about to tell you about, you will be the all-star of the game. You will make a difference. You will make the fighter look like the chump that he really is. Ha! Right after this. Now I'm going to read something in the book concerning distances. Here in the Player's Handbook. It's on page 39 if you want to follow along with me. Distance. For the purpose of the game, distances are basically 1/3 with respect to spell and missile ranges from outdoors to indoors or even underground. Thus, most ranges are shown as inches, i.e. 1 inch, etc. Outdoors, 1 inch equals 10 yards. Thus, indoors, 1 inch equals only 10 feet. Such a ratio is justifiable to some extent, regardless of game considerations. The first spell on today's Magic User hit list is Armor. You can find that on page 51 and 52 of the Unearthed Arcana. Armor, it's a conjuration spell. It's first level. It's verbal, somatic, and material. Range is touch. Casting time is 1 round. Duration is special. There is no saving throw, and area of effect is 1 creature. And basically what this spell does is if you don't have any armor, it treats you as if you got leather armor at level class 8. Well, that's pretty effective, especially if you're like a clothy or something like that. Next on the hit list of overlooked Magic User spells is Forget. That's on page 70 of the Player's Handbook. Forget. It's a enhancement charm spell of 2nd level. Components are verbal and somatic. Casting time 2 segments. Duration is permanent. Saving throw is a negative. Area of effect 20 feet by 20 feet or 20 yards by 20 yards. Now basically what this spell does is the caster places Forget on the target, and the target forgets what they're doing and why they're doing it for that turn. It could also make somebody forget something that's been going on for the last couple of turns, depending on the level of caster. Next is Irritation. 53 and 54 of the Unearthed Arcana will tell you all about it. Now Irritation is an alteration spell of 2nd level. Components are verbal, somatic, and material. Range is 1 yard or 10 feet per level. Casting time is 2 segments. Duration is special. Saving throw has a negative effect. And the area effect is 1 creature. Basically what this spell does is if you throw itching in there, it'll cause skin irritation, and itching will take place, slowing your target down, dropping their armor class by 4. Also, their hit probability is increased by 2 during this time, which is 3 rounds. Now, if you cast Irritation Rash, it will cause a rash to slowly appear over the target, and after a week's time, they're subject to losing 1 dexterity point until Cure Disease or Dispel Magic been cast. Now, your material components for this is powder from Poison Oak, Poison Ivy, or Poison Sumac. That's some nasty stuff. Next is Item. You can find that on page 55 of the Unearthed Arcana. Now, Item is an alteration spell, level 3. Components are verbal, somatic, and material. Range is touch. Casting time is 3 segments. Duration is 6 turns / level. Saving throw is special, and area of effect is 2 cubic feet per level of caster. Duration is quadrupled if cast on a non-living material. So basically what you can do is you can take an encumbering object like a caravan loaded down with materials, cast a spell on it, and basically turn it into a piece of cloth that you can put in your pocket. When you want to bring it back, you just take and toss it to the ground, and your caravan comes back with all your materials in it. It comes in pretty handy. You can also use this on fire. Number 5 is Fumble. You can find that on page 77 of the Player's Handbook. Fumble. It's a enchantment charm. 4th level. Components are verbal, somatic, and material. Casting time is 4 segments. Duration, 1 round per level. Saving throw is half. Area of effect, 1 creature. Basically, in a nutshell, what this spell allows you to do is cause an opponent to fumble, trip, stumble, drop something, allowing you to get in there and make that extra hit. Now it also has similar effects as the slow spell. I've got a bonus spell for you. Fabricate. That's on page 58 of the Unearthed Arcana. It's a 5th level magic user spell. Components are verbal, somatic, and material. Casting time is special. Duration is permanent. There is no saving throw. Area of effect is 1 cubic yard per level of the caster. Basically what this can do is, say, take a pile of wood and make a bridge out of it. Or you can take a clump of hemp and make a rope out of it. Just make useful items out of material objects that otherwise would take a long time to create. I hope that I was able to provide a really good definition of all these spells. And hopefully you can use them with your next Magic User character or your current one. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.